Little tip of the day for you. We're going to start this off with a good old tip of the day.
What?
If you still have an iPhone that has a home button,
It's actually pretty smart.
it's pretty smart. So my right thumb, I put it in there as 3 separate fingerprints, but it's all my right thumb. So pretty much no matter what, if I scan my right thumb in, it works.
But you do it at like different angles.
Yeah,
and
I can do
weird
it at
things,
different
right?
angles. So no matter how I'm holding my phone, if I put my right thumb on there, it's going to pretty much trigger. Like I have a 3 times more likely
You're
chance
right,
of it
exactly.
working.
Because you just do it at weird times and
And
you
it just
scan
works.
and it works because you got a good thing.
Yeah. Obviously, our introduction's kind of weird because we don't really want to get to this March Madness section. It was kind of a bad day.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I guess we should. Welcome to the 3rd ever episode of Speaking Sporadically.
we made it to 3.
We made it to 3. It is March 20th. As you can probably hear, allergies are kicking in for me, and they're kicking my ass pretty good. So I'm probably going to try to not talk as much this episode, but we'll go through it.
All 3 of us are here today.
Yep.
Jacob.
Isaiah.
And Devin.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have a highlighter for all of us so we can highlight our wins and losses.
So we just keep the highlighter, guys. I think I'm good. I don't think I'll need it. This was terrible, dude. It was absurd. The first day.
I enjoyed it a lot, though.
It's fun, but it was. I literally, you guys know how I really tried hard on the upsets.
Yeah.
It's all about the upsets. I literally guessed not all the upsets. All the games I expected to go normally were upsets, and then all the ones that were upsets went normally.
I was honestly, kind of the opposite. I did good.
I got screwed. I did not.
I just find March, that Friday, it's such an enjoyable day because everyone throughout the school,
It is.
is just trying as
it's
much as
an
they can to see the
energy.
scores. Everyone in the hallway is like, oh, did they win? They win every time you
Even
switch
the
classes.
teachers, even the teachers are like,
even the teachers
all right,
want to
guys,
know who wins.
work on your homework. We'll turn the games on the board. And like we had for my last period, I was in accounting. We had a sub, and she didn't know what she was doing. And we were watching, and my friend next to me, he pulled out his phone. He was sitting there watching it. She goes, "Oh, is that the Florida game?" She walks
Who's
over
winning that?
and starts watching it, and we're like,
my
"Oh yeah, I mean, Florida."
And that
it's a
was an
close
intense
one.
game. That was down in overtime. Florida ended up winning that
Yeah.
one. That was a big game for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Clutch up.
So I guess we'll just go ahead and get right into it.
Yep.
then. Have to start top right. Baylor did win, which was good, expected. Decent margin.
Baylor game, I have to say, that was probably the only game I didn't see at all the whole day.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't think I saw much easier, but I had pretty good confidence in that one.
But we can all highlight that one.
Yes, we can. That might be my only one for the day. I'm still mad about OSU. Like that's terrible.
That's gonna be a hard section when we get to
I think I might have been able to make that
Next,
shot blindfolded
North Carolina
backwards.
versus Wisconsin.
I feel like I told you guys right, Wisconsin on this one, if you guys listen to me.
I was a UNC kind of kid, but
I told you my Big Ten philosophy. Wisconsin whipped them until I watched a lot of that game.
They did whip them pretty good. 62-85, Wisconsin, decent margin, so I didn't get that one.
No, I did not get that either.
I will highlight that game.
Thanks, Jacob.
Sherm's 2-0 right now.
Rubbing dirt in the wound there.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, Villanova, Winthrop. I felt like going into this game, Villanova just was not getting the respect they deserved, and I kind of handed it to the guys to realize that and understand that and play their best game, and they won.
They won, which was pretty expected too. I mean, it wasn't too big of a shock, but what was the score? 73-63.
Yeah, that was a good game.
A
I was able
decent
to watch
margin.
that one.
That was close.
We had a fish fry at our
I'm proud of
grandparents'.
I don't need that, thank you.
Oh, no.
I'm proud of Winthrop for getting that far.
Yeah, we had a fish fry at our grandpa's, and I was able to have 4 games on at once if I had my phone on.
Those are always
So I kind of had my phone on, like, the game I really wanted to watch because I keep that by me, but I don't think I'd turn my phone off later in the night because obviously it was dying, and I had the 3 games on I wanted to watch, and it was pretty nice. Purdue, North Texas. I watched this game down to the wire. When overtime, I feel like Purdue had the momentum, and then they just lost it in overtime.
so stupid. Like, you gotta win that.
Yeah.
None of us got that one right. We all had Purdue.
We have Purdue, so I will.
Like, right there, that's an upset I did not expect to happen, and it happened.
Mm-hmm. You guys crossing out the ones you got wrong? Or...
I'm just not highlighting them.
Yeah, I'll just
Texas Tech versus Utah State.
On this bracket, I did have Texas Tech winning.
Yes.
I
So did
had Utah. Another upset I'd not expect. So you guys can
I did have
go ahead and take your victory on that one.
Yeah.
Add that to my
Fat
list.
Dubsky.
Now, Arkansas, Colgate.
God,
this was a scary
made
game.
me so mad.
I checked in on the score in well, I don't know if I should say this, but I checked on the score in government class. We had an
Don't worry, I did too.
yeah, we all had just
I was watching
a work day in it. And Colgate in the first 12 minutes of the game, they went 6 for 10 in threes.
The whole game they were destroying.
They were destroying the whole entire first half because at one point it was 33
to 20 or something.
33 to 14, 30 to 14, and then with 7 minutes left in the half, and they go into overtime, Arkansas winning 36-33. And then Arkansas, they just ruled from there.
Yeah, that was a frustrating game because I had my toothpaste boys going far, and I thought they were. I was watching the whole game they actually might get this.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah, but Arkansas, I have in the Elite Four, or the Final Four. So that was definitely, that was a scare for me. But they gave me a little bit more confidence how they acted the back half of the game.
Yeah.
So, Devin, you obviously had that one as an upset.
Yeah, that one hurt. I had toothpaste going decent.
Isaiah, you had toothpaste, or did you have?
I had Arkansas, thank goodness.
You had toothpaste.
My only hope now is that Florida can come through and beat Arkansas so Baylor can make it a little farther.
Yeah. So, speaking of which, Florida, Virginia Tech, Florida did win, which I think we all had that.
We all had Florida.
So, that one I got right.
And now I'm on to the Midwest because we're not going to talk about this next game.
Oh, we need to talk about it, boys.
I mean,
I don't want to.
God, how does that happen?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
People were talking about that game. I saw, on NCAA.com or whatever, they were talking about how, after one day, there's only 121 perfect brackets remaining out of on the original.
Actually,
millions.
after the games out of this morning, there's only 84 left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After yesterday, there was millions, and the biggest thing is because of Ohio State. I saw a bunch of memes on TikTok.
I saw there was
everyone's perfect brackets. Ohio State gone.
Ohio State at the time that they played, they destroyed 5.1 million perfect brackets.
Yeah.
And 95% of the brackets put into ESPN's pool, that's the one where if you win, you get $1 million.
Yeah.
95% of them had Ohio State winning. Huge upset.
Oh, my God.
That game, yeah.
It was really unfortunate because in my family bracket, which I brought over, obviously we're not going over this one, but I brought it over. I had Ohio State winning against Kansas.
That one's toast.
Yeah, this one is toast.
I bet your South looks almost the exact same, except I have Winthrop on there.
Yeah.
So.
Florida game we all got right, though.
Yeah, the Ohio State one, that's a tragedy.
Ohio State, we were...
It hits home, especially for us.
Yeah, we were running track while they were going over the Ohio State school.
Each lap someone crossed with a phone. What's the score? What's the score? No!
And then it goes into overtime, and you just hear a big sigh of agony, and we're running our cool down. Yeah, cool down at this point, and you just hear the big sigh, and you're like, oh, they lost.
So bad.
Often it is since you see a bunch of people just stooped over, throwing their hands up. Gosh.
Who even are those people? Where even is
Cheaters,
Oral Roberts from? What is that?
No,
they
played a good game.
They were from the Summit Conference, and they won their conference to go into the tournament. And I watched a pregame summary of it at school, and they said they have some lights out shooters, and they did. They shot lights out to win that game. And Ohio State got the good look right at the end. Justin Arms shot the last shot, and then
which is about, what does he live? 10 miles away from. He was from Versailles.
He was from Versailles, which is really cool. That's right near our area.
Yeah.
And then Washington Jr. They got dished out to him at the top of the key. He had a wide open look to send it to a second overtime, and he missed.
I know. That was crazy.
Very unfortunate.
Let's move on.
Yeah,
we'll
move on.
The next one, Illinois. We all had that. That one's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I will say you guys had Ohio State going farther than I did, so I'm not too in this bracket in specific.
So, Illinois won by a decent margin.
Illinois,
78-49.
they destroyed Drexel, which was very
predictable. Pretty
Yeah.
expected.
Well, not if you saw the game when I saw it.
Yeah.
It's like 17-5 or something. Wait, what was the score when I
they
looked?
did start.
They were
behind,
up by
I
a
thought.
huge margin.
I think
Who?
they did start. Drexel.
Drexel was up.
I don't think so.
No, I'm positive.
Mm.
I'm
I
positive.
definitely looked at the score in Gov because that game was going on around the same time as the Colgate Arkansas game was in the second half, and I thought it was Illinois was winning from the get go.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
You can just look up first quarter
can we
score
look
of
up
the
first
Illinois
quarter
game.
score or something like that?
Yeah.
I
Tab,
swear,
tab.
at some point it was like 17 to something.
And it's interesting
On
because
Drexel
as
Stadium.
we are recording this now, there are games playing in the east and west side of the bracket.
Yeah.
The whole first round is not done yet.
I don't know if I can find the first quarter.
If you can find the game and click on it, it may give
Yeah,
you,
it
like,
might
the
give
full
you a breakdown.
First, it was 39-21. So.
Yeah. Well, that's the first half.
Yeah.
They don't actually have quarters in college basketball. Very confusing.
It is weird how
They
they're
do
the-
quarters
they're
in
the only
NBA and
sport.
high school.
They're the only sport to ever do.
Well, soccer.
Yeah, soccer. I don't even know how soccer works, dude.
I believe you have 90 minutes, but at 45 they take a halftime break. So they don't ever call it two halves. They just like
Okay.
45 minutes over, take a little break.
Gassed, dude.
Oh yeah.
I would not survive.
This next one too, I was pretty surprised.
Loyola won, didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loyola beat
I had Loyola winning.
Georgia Tech,
Let's
which I had Georgia winning.
go, baby. Bless you.
Honestly, I feel like I kind of guessed on that. I had no rhyme
Give me
or
a little
reason.
tease there. Let's get ready
I
to say
know.
bless you.
There's those allergies kicking in.
Now this next game, I am very proud of myself picking Oregon State to win.
Yeah, I did too.
That was a good upset for us.
Yep, that was an upset. I think we all
One of my 5 to 12s coming in clutch.
we did.
Wow, we all picked Oregon State to win.
Yep.
Yep. Sherm is by far, Jacob is by far doing the best.
He's going good one.
All right, Oklahoma
gotten
State.
Two wrong ones. Oklahoma
They
State versus Liberty.
won.
Yes,
That was
Oklahoma
actually a
State.
close game. I was watching that
closer
one
than
on
that.
my phone. It wasn't too close at the end. I say probably like 5 minutes left in the game. They kind of started pulling away, and I just broke my rubber band I was messing with.
69-60 was the final score.
Yeah, but for a time period, they were back and forth. It would be like 47, 49.
Right, fighting.
Yeah, 49, 49, 51, 49. Just kept going back and forth, but Oklahoma State.
And I think we all had that one.
Yep.
All right. Well, San Diego versus Syracuse.
Now, I'm mad about this one because in my family bracket, I got every single one of these first games right. But in this bracket, I did pick San Diego just to make a little differential, and Syracuse did end up winning that game.
That's another one that shouldn't have happened. San Diego's got to have. I had San Diego going so far. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
all the way to
them
the
making it to
second
the
round.
Elite Eight. I had them losing to Illinois in the Elite Eight.
Oh.
Illinois to the Elite Eight. So that one hurt. And there's another one that there's a lot actually. I don't know if I got any of these right down here or whatever.
There's another one that's about to
The
have some
bottom of
pain
this
for
Team
Devin.
West. It's not too much, but I had a lot riding on them, you know.
Yep. All right. West Virginia game, I saw they were up early yesterday. I don't think I watched much of that game, though. Did they end up winning?
Yep, 84-67, so decent margin.
Yeah.
West Virginia,
That's positive to
right,
see.
rightfully so.
'Cause I have them beating now Syracuse as well.
So we all had that one.
Yep.
Good
Good old Westy.
Clemson versus Rutgers. This one kind of hurt. It was a close game though, 56-60. Rutgers pulled it out. I had Clemson.
Yeah, the two games I had different between my other brackets I made was this San Diego game and this Clemson game, but the other ones I had Rutgers winning, so I had Clemson winning in this one, though, so I got that one incorrect.
And then for the final one, Houston versus Cleveland State. I kind of had a little bit more faith in Cleveland State. You know, I just thought I'd throw it in.
A little bit.
I only had them winning 2.
Oh, okay.
Them beating Clemson. I was hoping they would do something, but they lost. Houston won, 87-56.
Yeah.
Houston
Houston seemed like
margin.
Houston seemed like the dominant team I was expecting
They looked pretty good.
Ohio State to be, but
So, yeah. So as of right now, I think Jacob is definitely doing the best. Isaiah's right behind him.
11?
yeah, I have 4 wrong.
And Isaiah has, 6 wrong, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wrong. So I'm pretty far behind. But, fortunately...
Are any of our Final Fours out?
No.
Except for
That's
Ohio State?
That's what I'm looking at. All my Final Fours are
My
good.
Ohio State is out, so my Final Four is a little messed up.
All of my Elite Eights are still in.
That's really good.
Mine aren't. Yeah, that is really good.
My Ohio State's out.
Illinois
That's the only one
left
that's
in
out,
my
thank
Elite
goodness.
Eight.
So I know some of the east side of the bracket games were playing.
Yeah, I mean, we can look right now. Currently, it's halftime of the UNCG game versus Florida State. Florida State's up 3.
That's a big game for me right there.
Yeah, I have Florida State to my
Same.
Final Four.
I have Florida State to the Elite Eight.
Yep.
So
Colorado's looking good right now.
yeah, that sucks. I had Georgetown. Hopefully they would do something, but that's their only win in my bracket. Let's see. Oh, Kansas is losing by 5. 3 minutes left in the first half.
That is definitely another big game for me.
Where is it? Right here. Yeah, Eastern Washington.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have to look at our bubble games.
Oh yeah, I don't even know who won those.
I know that for a fact that Michigan State lost.
lost.
Which really I say.
Oh,
How far did you have them go?
Only Sweet 16.
That's still.
That's tough.
Yeah, that was a big one. I got that one wrong.
Yeah,
Appalachian State won, I believe.
I had Michigan State beating BYU. That's unfortunate.
As long as UCLA takes those dubs up until my Alabama beats them.
Then
won't
Texas
be as
Southern
bad.
won, I believe.
I'm looking for these games here. See if they're in
There
here.
they are.
No.
They're all
I
right
thought
here.
Appalachian State won. Appalachian State lost.
No,
Norfolk State won.
won.
Unfortunately, I got that one wrong.
Michigan State lost.
Yeah.
Drake won.
Drake won, which we got,
Which
and then
we got that.
I had Wichita
Texas
State.
Southern won.
So,
So we got 2 out of the 4.
Yeah,
Did we all
I
have
got 2 out
those?
of-
I got 1 out of the 4.
Oh, okay.
I got 2 out of the 4.
I'll take it.
It's not bad. I don't think I had any of them winning another game anyway.
Yeah. I had Michigan State beating BYU, but happens.
All right.
Which is good for me, actually, because
I guess that wraps
those
up
2 were
our
pretty nice.
March Madness
Segment
segment here. So
I
I guess we could just stay on the topic of sports and go right into. There's been quite a bit over the past few days of NFL, like free agencies and
yes.
stuff like that. The first one I want to talk about is I'm a Steelers fan, big Pittsburgh fan. Juju's coming back. No one thought he was coming back. I was saying everywhere. Oh,
No,
for
there was
sure,
even
Juju's
rumors that he was
gone.
going to go to the Bengals, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, please, sir,
he's
no.
he's like for sure gone. There's like a 5% chance he's staying. Boom. He comes back. I knew he would. He talked about he wanted to stay in Pittsburgh. He's
He
my
took
boy.
less, too, than he was offered.
Oh yeah. He took. I believe I have it up here. I think it was $8 million for 1 year. Base salary $1,000, $7 million signing bonus. Average salary $8 million for 1 year. Yeah. So yeah, it's not too much. He definitely could have got way more if he went to some other place. But he says he liked Pittsburgh, and I think he can still do really good in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'm a Bengals fan. Devin's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and Isaiah, Bengals fan.
Yes, sir.
Us Bengals boys been staying strong, but the Bengals, from a historical standpoint, have never been a free agency, active team in free agency. They've always just never done anything. They've never spent the money, but ever since these past 2 years, we've had our new coach, and with Joe Burrow, they have been doing a lot more in free agency, and it has been pretty awesome. I know this year they signed a tackle already from the Minnesota Vikings. He was a Pro Bowler in his career, and he's went.
Oh, I didn't even know. You guys got Mike Hilton.
Yeah, and they got the Steelers cornerback, and he is good.
He's pretty good.
If you look at a statistic
He played.
from 2017, he has done 148 slot blitzes, which is the most out of any secondary player in the NFL. And the Bengals were actually last in that category since 2017 with only 30. So as a team, we've had 30. As an individual, he's had 148. So that is definitely a category we're getting bumped at. We got the Cowboys corner. Cheeto is his nickname. I can't think of his.
Chidobe. I don't even know how to say that.
Azuzi.
Awuzie,
yeah.
Something like that.
Goes by Cheeto. So that's a great help to the secondary right there.
Which is what Bengals probably need to work on the most.
And then
Their
Jesse
defense
Bates over
overall.
top, that's going to be, which I would have to say is one of the most underrated players in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
If you really watch him, he is a good
I agree.
safety.
Jesse Bates is really good, but then again, like, I think he gets a lot of, like, from my eyes, I've seen him get quite a bit of recognition. I've seen him get quite a bit of, like, I don't think he's underrated.
But he didn't even get a pro,
because I think he's
pro
rated
football
pretty
nod,
high.
though.
Yeah,
Like, he didn't even make it to the Pro Bowl,
that's
which
true.
is fan vote. And, like, do you want to blame that on Cincinnati's bad fan base or anything?
Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't help when he doesn't have a very good team.
Yeah.
You know?
But this trend of just seeing the Bengals spend money has been unreal. I mean, if you don't know, the Bengals are the northernmost team that does not have an indoor practice facility. So, like, if you're competing with another team to try to get a player over, I mean, that's not a good look. Like, oh, if we make it deep into the playoffs, we're going to have to practice in the snow of Cincinnati outside. So, enjoy that. We also got Trey Hendricks, I believe is his name. He was from the Saints. We had to drop Carl Larson for that, but they're both DNs. I mean, they both had the kind of similar stats. It's kind of situation. You got 6 eggs in one hand, you got half a dozen eggs in the other hand. Which guy do you want? And I think we did get a little.
This
money
Bengals
off of it.
offseason looks very solid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at the people. They got Larry Ogunjobi.
That was for the Browns, and I know a lot of Browns fans that really liked him.
Yeah, he played pretty well.
Because him on the other side of Myles Garrett, they had a really good combo going on.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we took that, so that's very nice.
It showed Mike Hilton's stats right here. Yeah, total 217 tackles, 7 interceptions, 9.5 sacks. So he's definitely going to increase their defense and pass game and stuff like that.
But easily, the biggest pickup was Riley Reif. I mean, just you have another tackle. Our offensive line definitely needs the help.
Yeah.
I saw Bengals Instagram posted something, and they said the Great Barrier Reef. And I was like,
that's awesome.
That's
Very
good.
funny.
Yeah, that's something they need to focus on. Protect Joe
Yeah.
Burrow. He can be a very good football player.
Do you know what pick the Steelers have in the draft?
It's not that good. I can look it up.
I know
They might have actually traded it. I kind of feel like they did.
the Bengals had the 5th overall pick, and I've heard some talk. People are saying, "Oh, we got this tackle. Now we shouldn't draft the tackle." And I'm still sitting there. I'm like, I mean, if Penny Sewell is on the board, you have to take him at the number 5 spot. I mean, you have a lot of other values sitting there in Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase, but I feel like you gotta take him. And if you don't take him, I would rather see us. I mean, it's a deep tackle class. I would rather see us trade down, get some more value, and try to trade stay in the top 20 and maybe get like a Rashard Slater. He's from Northwestern, I believe. He's another good tackle we could have. But I think the thing with Penny Sewell from Oregon is he could move over to guard because that's kind of what we're needing right now as a guard from the Bengals standpoint.
I kind of feel like he'll go. I don't know. I'd be surprised if he lasted to the 5th overall pick.
You do? I mean, it depends how dire those top 4 teams really want a quarterback because, I mean, there's 4 really good quarterbacks that I could see going. But I think another thing all Bengals fans have to address is, I guess, just thanking A.J. Green for his time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is.
He's now on the Arizona Cardinals.
That is right.
10 years with Cincinnati Bengals, great player.
He didn't really do much, though, to be honest.
I mean
he was a wasted potential hard.
It's just from a playoff standpoint, definitely, but he did bring the Bengals to the playoffs for about 4 years in a row.
He did his job, and he did it
But
well.
we just could not win a playoff game because of the dirty, cheating Steelers.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Awful team.
Yeah. So the pick order is Jacksonville, Jets, Texans, Texans traded it to Miami.
Yeah.
It looks like Atlanta and then Cincinnati. I don't know.
Jacksonville, that's an easy pick. Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
The
I
New York
think so.
Jets, I really could see them going with Justin Fields. I mean, I don't know how much they
I've
want to
seen
keep
that
on
they.
Sam Darnold.
I've heard that they want to keep him, but then again, not. So I don't know.
Miami, I think if Penny goes to anyone, it would definitely be Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, with Tua back there, I think they like their quarterback situation.
Yeah.
I guess that's really it. That goes along with the
NFL free agency.
NFL free agencies and stuff.
Yeah.
Jacob is like the king of making like the stupidest, cheesy, dumb like dad jokes, and it's kind of annoying.
Even dad jokes, dude.
Like it's just
They're
little
just
things,
phrases.
Like
That's all they are.
little
But they don't
dumb
make sense.
phrases that like they make sense, but they're like kind of stupid. It makes
They
you just
only-
say like, just shut up. Just shut
They
up.
only make sense because he does it so much, so you know exactly what he's doing when he says it.
Yeah.
You have to like activate 112% of your brain
And I-
capacity
and I
just to understand.
I picture that like dumb little smile. Like,
he leans back in his chair. He's so proud of himself.
He's waiting for like a
I
pat
haven't
on
said
the
anything
back.
now because I'm stuck in that state of that dumb little smile.
So yeah, that was a word from our sponsor, Anchor. We use that app. Really like it. It's awesome. Make sure you check it out. Super user friendly.
It's definitely enjoyable.
So,
Yeah, what we were talking about President Biden trying to go up the Air Force One steps, and
I guess we're gonna just play that video.
yeah,
so
we're gonna watch the video.
I don't know what
I've
Watch
seen
it
it.
live. I have not seen it.
I haven't either.
All I said was
I don't know where he was coming back from, what he was doing, but apparently he could not climb some steps or something.
When I first read about it read a lot worse than what it is.
At first too, I thought he was tripping down.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he
thought
was-
he fell down.
he
He was
fell down the
possibly
steps,
pretty
but-
Oh my!
injured.
He is hauling.
Yeah,
he's going pretty fast.
but then he just
One,
kind of slips,
two,
slips again.
3. Oh, he's down on
no.
a knee. Oh my goodness. Slow down, Joe.
Just walk.
I guess his brain and body doesn't work.
Oh.
That's
I'm gonna watch that.
unfortunate.
Is that it? Oh, then he gets up
Yeah,
and
little
salutes.
salutes,
Yeah. It's just like a tumble. Like it's a little step, and he tried to go again, and he kept falling.
Yeah.
To one
Yoink.
point, he's all the way down on his
Yoink.
knees. Like
Yeah, it looks like he was grabbing his knee, which didn't look too good. Oh, I think he was just brushing himself off. Okay.
That would definitely stink though, because I'm sure right when he fell, he's like, "Yeah, well, that's gonna be on social media and the news, and people are gonna be
The
watching
world
that."
is watching you.
Yeah.
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 3 times on 2 steps.
that's what looks bad. Like if it's just once, you get back up and continue. But like
Yeah.
it was like he was like slowly.
Yeah.
He was like
Perpetual.
it's like people.
Yeah.
You know how people like on ice and they like slowly
Yeah.
fall, but
Oh,
they didn't
yeah.
take forever. Whatever. That's what it was. He just did not.
Why didn't he just like collect himself the first time?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
all right, I tripped. Let's
And
get
slow-
a firm steady.
slow-
No, I tripped.
slow
Grab
down.
the air with your foot.
slow down on those steps?
He
You don't
definitely
have
looked
to-
like he was in a hurry, huh? for some
Yeah, I
reason.
don't know where they were going. He probably had a good reason.
I guess it looked pretty. I guess it did look pretty windy, so we can cut him a little slack. Nah, not really actually. Yeah,
Yeah, I
looks a
see the
little
back end
windy.
of his suit jacket blowing
That
around.
could be the
I
jet.
guess. Yeah. I guess we can give him a little something for
I
that.
don't know. Either way,
Huge jets.
it is pretty humorous.
Yeah, that's one bad thing about obviously being as famous as the president or whatever. Everything you do, every
Yeah.
little mistake,
It's going
it will be found.
You're gonna see it the next
It'll be
morning.
clipped. Like I literally looked up Biden trips down the steps because I heard about this or whatever, and there's probably 50 videos of it, clips, montages. I mean, even like New York Post, they posted a video.
Yeah, I saw on Fox News's Instagram last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Had an article about it.
It read terribly.
Yeah, it read really
Oh,
bad.
no.
It read like he was possibly even
Like,
injured.
Yeah,
so I
like
kept
he
going,
felt
and I was like,
because
oh,
if
he's okay.
like luckily he was going up the steps and he goes
wasn't
slowly
going
trip.
down.
If
Yeah.
he was going down and he fell at his age,
Yeah.
he's going all the way down, and those
What
aren't.
is his exact age? Do you guys know?
He's pretty old.
70s.
I think he's like 78. No, I'm not even gonna say anything.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty old here.
He's up there.
My computer is being very slow right now.
Yeah.
I'll just do it on my phone. I don't know. I know Donald Trump, I think, was the oldest president. But then I kind of feel like Biden
today.
beat him.
Yeah, Biden's definitely older than Trump.
I thought so. It would make sense.
Maybe.
But 78.
78. Hey, I was
78.
right.
Which, yes, he is older than Donald Trump is 74.
Nancy Pelosi is getting up there. It's
Yeah.
In the
80
bottom
years
search
old.
tab, it's 80. Jeez. Yeah, 78 going down a full flight of stairs
That
from a
would not
jet.
be good.
That is scary.
That would
I know
not be
my
good.
grandpa's in his 70s and he just had his knee totally replaced. So he's been going through at-home therapy and everything. Like, yeah, just like picturing his age in my mind.
Mhm.
Definitely
Yeah.
would not be good.
My grandpa's like 60, and him going down steps, I don't even know.
Yeah.
they're gonna have to install one of those, those like in-home chair vaders that go up steps.
Yeah,
they gotta put that at those stairs for the Air Force One.
Dear.
So another thing I had was, you guys heard about this David Dobrik, all this controversy and everything that's going around about him? I have a little bit of it, a timeline of the allegations. So like every day, there's more and more stuff.
Yeah, I've never really
arises.
watched David Dobrik.
I've never got into it. Everyone says
TikToks.
Yeah,
everyone something about the
everyone
squad.
says they like him a lot, or like because it's just like a positive attitude around it. But it always just seems so like too energetic to me.
Yeah,
like I just
it almost seems like fake at times. I don't know. I watched him for quite a bit. I've seen a lot of his stuff, and I listened to his podcast views and stuff.
I even know everyone's got a podcast.
I know. But
yeah, I was gonna say
obviously, like he used to be friends with Trisha Paytas or whatever, but now like they're apart and now they're like enemies, and Trisha is just dumping everything she can on him. And every day, there's more and more stuff that comes out about him. You know how people are saying, "Oh, David did this, David did that." Apparently, not good stuff, and apparently David put out like a small apology. But like,
I heard people aren't too happy about it. They said he dodged every question that anyone was asking and stuff like that.
I don't know. David seems like, I've watched him, and he does not seem like a guy that would do that. Like when I started hearing about all this, it caught me by surprise, and I was like, I don't know what to believe, because I like to believe David, but then again, you can't just not listen to all the other people that are going on about it.
Yeah, I don't know all that much about it. I just know, like, certain members of, like, the Vlog Squad were definitely just, like... They weren't used, I don't think, like, with the sole intent of comedy, but they were definitely, like, the punchline of a little too many jokes for them.
But I think the biggest thing was like, at the beginning, when they were all friends and they were all filming together, they were completely fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, a whole bunch of friends were okay with being, like, the butt of the jokes and having things cool, getting pranked.
When you start gaining popularity.
Yeah, and then they split up, basically, so that, like, they leave, and now they become enemies, because, like, David stopped filming with all these other people, and now the other people were like...
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, kind of like cloud farming, they're like, oh, well... screw him, he did this and this and this, and now they're like taking it back almost, which is like, I think that's kind of dumb. I think like at the time David did fine, whatever, filming with these people, and now they're taking it back. Like, you can't go back in time and erase something, which is getting David in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I might have to go back and actually like watch this thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what all the other people said. I know Trisha Paytas said, because wasn't she dating
Jason Nash
and everything like that, and then
that's how they
broke
friends.
up, and then she left.
Right.
So she said, I think she said a bunch of stuff about that.
Yeah, and apparently like there's a whole bunch of different like clips that are coming out that are like not posted, that are like they knew about it, like how they knew what they do and was it right or whatever. I don't really know. I haven't done that much. It's blowing up, and David is like one of the kings of YouTube.
Yeah.
And he does really good, and he's known for always being a good kid and doing stuff, so it's kind of surprising.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to say the least to see how it pans out. Hopefully it'll be relatively less dramatic than a lot of other stuff that goes on sometimes.
Yeah.
I just like to see everything go pretty smooth.
YouTube drama, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. At the end of the day, he seems to make a lot of people happy. I mean, people keep coming back for, like, that positivity.
He gives away, like, you think about it, too. He gives away so much stuff, so much money and cars.
Like
it's
Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Like, if Mr. Beast ever find out he did something bad, it's like, cool, honestly, let him. If he has to do something bad every once in a while, but give away millions every video.
But literally change people's lives.
Yeah. Like, literally, he committed a few crimes, but he's giving away like millions of dollars every month. It's like, I think we can let that slide. But that's all I had for my notes, everything to talk about, so throw this away. Now we're just freeballing, boys.
So Isaiah, what sparked the interest in the American headband today?
Yeah.
You're rocking it.
Got some fashion on the set.
So yeah, I came home today. So I had a 4-hour practice earlier today, and I came home and my mom was
drama.
For drama.
Drama play next weekend. You ready for that?
Yeah, I am. I definitely am. Like I know like my directors are a little worried, but there's just it's like a fresh cast, man. It's like an NFL basketball
NFL basketball team,
NFL football team with all freshmen.
Rookies,
but like making it to the playoffs somehow.
A couple bets,
Yeah.
So it's risky. It's just so fresh. Like 3/4 of the whole cast is like junior high, because last year obviously we didn't get one, and then those seniors graduated, and then we actually lost some people too that were going to be freshmen and sophomores. So it's tough, but it's coming along. But any case, when I come home, this is on my bed. I'm like, okay, that's very interesting.
So you just threw it on and
yeah. That happens a good amount. I'll just come home and there's boxes upon boxes of stuff from Amazon.
There's some new trinket.
Oh my gosh, there's too much new trinkets.
One trinket that has never worked out for me is lava lamps. Like, do you guys know the secret to lava lamps?
Yes,
what?
I had one for
I don't know
years.
if I'm
It still
getting
functions.
cheap ones.
they break or what?
They just stop. Like the solution, it goes
Haven't
out of
you gotten,
solution
like,
or something.
2 and then like
Two.
a new light for one, and it still just
I
doesn't
got a
do it.
new light bulb for one because the wax was just sitting at the bottom of one, and no matter how long I'll keep the light on, it wouldn't heat up. So I got a higher wattage light bulb, and obviously it was too much, even though it was only like 2 watts higher. I
Yeah.
think I went from a 14 to a 16 or something. And the wax just totally went out of solution. It's like, imagine like, they tell you not to shake it. Imagine if you would shake it a bunch, and the wax would be in like really small bits, and it would
Right.
just be like kind of mixed into the water and all be one. That's pretty much what my first lava lamp did. And then now my second lava lamp, it's just, I put it on at night. I put it on probably like 3 o'clock. I got home from school, and I kept it on for the good 4 hours, and it was moving. It was moving real good. And then I kept it on overnight, and I get up in the morning, and there's a solid bit of wax at the bottom, and there's a single strand of wax that goes up to the top, and there's like some clumps here and there. And then there's a solid bit of wax at the top, and now it's just stuck like that. Like if you turn the light on, nothing will happen. And the heating coil's in the right spot. I never shook it. Like when I got my first lava lamp, I watched a YouTube video on how to the proper steps to follow to keep your lava lamp working, to maintain its health. You know, how like the physics
Full
of how they
science
work.
behind it. Jeez.
And
Yeah,
I literally cannot get one to work.
I still have a lava lamp. I've had it for a few years. It works fine. I
was gonna
literally got mine from a garage sale like a few years back.
Yeah,
Is
It was-
yours like higher quality though?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I
I
got
think
one
at
from
this
like
point-
Dollar General when I was 7.
But it's
Still
pretty. It's a
works.
pretty old one. I just found it. It was a garage sale. I found a bunch from the tub. I'm like, yeah, what the heck? I've always wanted a lava lamp. We'll see.
That'd be
Take it
pretty
home.
cool.
Works. I plug it in. It takes a while to heat up and like
Yeah.
start to actually like it takes a few hours before you get a good looking lava lamp.
Yeah.
Before it just like clumps or it's
Yeah.
slow.
But I mean, you can keep
bulges
them on
that
for
go.
a long
Yeah.
You're supposed to keep them on for like a long time though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I turn mine on usually for a few hours, and after like the first 2 hours, it's a good actual lava lamp
Yeah.
flowing looking thing. Keep it on for another couple hours,
Yeah.
and I turn it off. I don't use it much, but mine
Oh.
works fine.
Yep. So lesson learned: go to garage sales to get your
Yeah.
expensive stuff next time.
'Cause you-
Honestly, I love to go to garage sales. anyways.
Yeah, because usually that's like
It's
nowadays so much stuff is
I
made
love-
so cheap
Yeah, I love garage sailing.
compared to like older
Yeah.
stuff. Like everything you look at, like cars,
Yeah.
appliances, everything is like was made such
Made as
better
cheap
back
as
then.
possible.
Yeah, now it's made as cheap as possible and stuff. So I think you get older stuff, if it's still in good condition, it'll probably
Oh yeah.
work really well.
I love going to garage
Garage
sales. Like
sales.
even if you're not buying anything, just walking through there and looking at them and stuff. They have
Yeah.
the 127 garage sales.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, every year our family will go down there. I went down last time and I didn't get much. I got it was a let me do the math here. So it was a 500-year anniversary tin for Christopher Columbus, 1492.
Oh yeah.
And then
So
so it was made in
1992.
1992. And it was just this cool tin. And then the same guy I got it from, he had this huge box of foreign coins. And I collect like coins from different
Right,
countries. So like I have a couple Buffalo nickels. I have a penny, which was made in 1917. And it's not made out of copper. It is made out of steel. I think steel or
Deal.
aluminum,
Huh.
but it's like a silver color, right? It's not your normal brown copper looking penny, and they had to make it that way because they needed to conserve copper for the war effort. Obviously,
Right. Yeah. Okay.
America was just getting into World War I, in 1917, and they needed to conserve copper. So I have one of those pennies, which is probably my prized possession of my collection.
They range from approximately
Good condition, $25.
No, I think that's 25 cents.
That's 25 cents.
25 cents to $1.42.
Oh, 0.25.
But I mean, you think about it, it's usually a penny. So that's 20 at least. The least it's worth is 25 cents.
Yeah.
25 times worth, it's rich value.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
I'm not really like going around and finding these things. I'm kind of more
Yeah.
stumbling upon them.
Yeah.
So that's probably from a historical standpoint too. I think that one's super interesting.
Yes.
I also have a nickel, which is from 1938, and
Okay.
it has the Nazi swastika on it, and it was from the Third Reich, and it says Third Reich on it, which is
That's cool.
like a currency
That is-
from that time period. That's one of my other high.
I love collecting stuff like that. I never went for coins. I guess it's just because like when I started looking at stuff, I just didn't find a coin first and thought that was cool. But I went for unfortunately enough, I went for the expensive stuff. Like I have a world, and I went for foreign too. I don't have, I think, a single American thing, but I bought at an auction a French bayonet from World War I. That was
so cool.
used and everything, and I cleaned it up and oiled it and everything. The only thing, I don't know if the the holster or leather strap that holds it is the original, because it looks a lot newer, but it does have French wording on it, so I don't know. I didn't do too much research on that, but the bayonet itself is genuine, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 armbands now. I have one for my great-great-grandpa, and then I have another one from the same auction that's also French. And
Your great grandmother, right, has a cool story going into that, right?
Oh yeah, so the whole reason I got really heavy into the French area is because my great grandmother was in France during World War II, and her dad, who moved to America with her, was in the war. So that's why I got really cool into it. So my great-great-grandfather had an armband that I inherited, and then because of that, I wanted to go out and find a bunch more stuff on it. So that's what started the World War II thing about them. I also have part of a jacket from Belgium, I think, but because Belgium technically wasn't in the war for longer than 30 days, it's not part of World War II memorabilia. It's just a cool thing.
Yeah.
So it's not worth anything, but it still is really neat. But I got a whole shelf and stuff just in my room with all that nice stuff on it, which is, I think it's really cool. But I haven't found anything at a garage sale for it. It's all been auctions, unfortunately.
I love things like that. Like with my coins, I'll just kind of look for really old coins, and then kind of date them to a time period or historical events that was going on in that country. And then I also have random coins from around the world. I don't know how I get them. I have Chinese, Japanese. Obviously, I have a ton of euros. I have one of my aunt's friends. I just went over to her house to help her carry something one time. Then she was from Africa and she moved to America.
Oh, okay.
I think 10 years prior, and she gave me some African currency. I cannot remember what country she was from, but I'll look at it and see what country it has on it. But I just thought that was really cool. And how they design coins different. I know a lot of my Asian currency, it has a hole in the middle of the coin.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Is that
they look
is
like
that
washers
the
on those.
eastern
Yeah.
areas that do that? Because didn't they just kind of put it, I have a broken rubber band here. Didn't they kind of just loop it and then just put them all on?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
instead
Well, I
of
mean, a
just
bag would make more sense, but if they didn't have a bag on them, I guess.
But instead of just
grass
having
would
a
work,
bunch
too.
of
Loose change
coins
in your pocket, you
jingling
could
in
have
your
it on,
pocket,
a
just loop it
string.
you could pick up your string, I
Yeah.
guess.
I get it. It'd also be easier to count than in a bag. You don't have to dump or
Yeah.
fumble around a bag. You see it
kinda
visibly. You just separate
shit
it
out
out.
through all
Just
of them.
slide.
That-
whatever.
yeah.
I could see that being pretty nice. But anyways, back to the garage sale. The guy
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I got the tin from, he had this huge box, and he's like, any coin you want in there, you can get 100 coins for $10. And I was like, all right. So I just started going through,
my
picking
gosh.
out the oldest ones I could find,
Yeah.
and then try to get as many different countries that I could find. And I found some pretty cool ones.
Yeah, that's
So-
awesome.
Yeah.
I love getting into real specific categories of collection. I've always collected pocket knives. The oldest one I've got is just a straight razor, but it's a fold out one. That's really old. It's around World War I, but it's not from the war or anything. It's just real old. And I haven't restored it yet. I just don't have the tools that would make me feel comfortable enough to try.
Right.
I don't want to bust it. And then I found one. I don't think it's all that old, but I found one in the dirt around the Miami River a long time ago. That might have been the first one I actually found, but it's got to be at least 30 or 40 because I looked up the company that was on it, and it went out of business in the late 1980s. It's not that old, but I think it's pretty cool.
Still something cool.
But then, so aside from just like real specific categories, so like pocket knives, I've gotten into that. I have a huge like wall of them now, and then I've got lighters. And actually, I have one lighter from World War II, but it's American, and I don't think it ever saw anything. It was just like one of those, not regulation, but like, you know those like parcels or whatever they'd like send out and like drop to troops overseas. Okay. It was like made up in one of those kits that just never got used. Mm-hmm. So it was just sold, and then eventually just found its way to whoever I bought it from.
Okay. Yeah. I can't say I have any like. Now that I think about it, I don't think I have any like old or like historical collection. The only collection I have is I collect gold coins, like dollar coins.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm trying to get one of every president. I have a whole bunch.
I
don't know if they've made one.
You have a Sacagawea?
I have a Sacagawea. I have 35, I think, gold coins.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch.
Coins. They're awesome.
I have a big tub full of them, and I've like separated them. I trade, like if I have an extra, I try to trade it away for one I don't have. I have a whole bunch of them. I need to like one day get out a piece of paper and like write out what I have and what I still need, or what was made, because I'd assume every president has one. Obviously not like probably Barack Obama or Donald Trump yet, but like ones. I need to look up every one that was ever made of gold coins. And
you definitely do. Because I think they have like presidents in general, and then they just go into like historical figures.
Yeah,
like
there's only a couple though. There's only a couple. I know there's like Sacagawea, and then I think that like might be it.
I know. Yeah.
I feel like there's.
No, I'll definitely bring mine over sometime, and we can like the thing you said of trading away our spares.
Oh yeah.
I could definitely do that with you.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
I have a bunch.
Two, and I think they're both Sacagawea.
I had my aunt.
Sacagawea is probably like the most common.
Yeah,
my aunt would pay us.
Yeah, look, she's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up a list of every single one.
Oh, you guys also have the old 50-cent coins, $50 coins.
Yeah, I have a few $50.
Those huge ones. They're like double the size of a quarter.
Those feel
They're
nice.
awesome, dude.
I have a couple of those in that same collection just to just to have.
I haven't opened up my coin case in a while. I need to open that up and kind of look through them.
I'm trying to think if I have one. I have one that's in like, it's kind of like, you know those things that the Buffalo coins are like in? It's like a kind of like cardboard that's like stapled and then like,
I have those for all my pennies. I have like a stapled cardboard that has holes cut out in it, and I can push my pennies in there. I'm trying
to think of a coin. I have another huge coin. It might be a nickel, but I don't know. I have another huge one that's in like a super sealed cardboard one with like plastic over it, but I don't know what it is. I don't even know where I put it, honestly.
Another thing that my aunt found for me at a garage sale, it was a kit of 1976, which was just pretty cool because it was the 200-year anniversary of the 1776. But it was just a kit of every single coin they printed during that time in like mint condition. So it had a penny, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, and a $50 in it. And those are all in a case.
Oh, here it is, the presidential $1.
Yeah.
Is this the coin program?
I tried to look up a thing, but I do have pesos because one time
I have a lot of pesos.
I have a lot of pesos.
My parents took
in Canadian money.
Actually, I don't know my wallet. I have, I think, a $10 bill in Jamaican money, and also a $10 bill in like the classic $10 bill when it's not like that brownish it is now. Mm-hmm. It's like regular, like money color, like that. Pale green or whatever. I have one of those. It looks really cool.
I think the United States has... Well, I've actually watched something on it. Not that I, like, forgerize money or anything. Obviously, I don't. But they said that the United States has the easiest money to counterfeit. Because if you look at other countries' money... And another thing that's so awesome about other countries' money is they're classified by color. It's like your $1 will be blue, your $5 will be green.
Oh, that's like video game stuff there. That's like base knowledge.
Well, that's just like if you open up your wallet and you can see your different colors.
Right, that's
you don't have to
easy.
go pull the bill out and look on every single one of your dollars.
Man, we got to get on it.
Because I have money, I have like physical cash, like bills, not coins, from Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
And they're really cool and colored, and they have like people and all of them. There's
Saudi
different
Arabia,
presidents.
what kind of money is that?
I don't know what currency they use.
I found the list. So yeah, they have, and what I think it was 2011, they issued something to get all the presidents. So in order they serve. So they have obviously George Washington all the way to Gerald Ford, 38th. But then they skipped the 39th president. Which who was that? After Gerald Ford, that was
the repeat president, wasn't there? Gerald. Who was
No,
the president that served twice, but they count him as a separate president. Like technically, because Biden, they say he's the
45th. No, 46th.
46th president, but technically he is the 45th.
They did count it.
Person to serve. Like he's the 45th.
Like the
person.
term wise.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy
was
Carter.
the 39th president.
Look up which president served twice if you could.
Gerald
Okay,
Ford,
we
Jimmy
can look
Carter,
at that.
Ronald Reagan. Yeah, that's the right
That's
order.
right.
So
I don't know why they skipped
not
Jimmy Carter.
Carter.
They skipped Gerald Ford, and then 40th they go to Ronald Reagan, and then they stopped at George H.W. Bush, because obviously the ones after are probably...
Jimmy Carter's still
Two-
alive, and
two
maybe he just said no.
I don't want
He's
to be
like,
on the
nah,
coin, man.
it's good. Thanks.
I would like to be on a
That'd be
gold
pretty cool.
$1
I would
coin
definitely
or
want to be
whatever.
on the coin.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to keep this list. I'm going to star this website
This tab, bookmark
so I
the
can
tab.
I can look up and see what I have. I'm reading through these. I feel like I have a lot of these.
Next
I remember
episode, I will
reading
bring
a
my
lot of
coins over, and we can look through all of them,
Alright.
all my
these.
dollar
So
coins.
I got a few
Cool.
duplicates that I'll trade for.
Because my aunt, she would pay us to garden her house and the gold dollar coins. And as a kid, I was like, oh, cool,
yeah.
$1. And
Awesome.
I'm like, I'm sure they're
I'd
still
do
just
that.
worth $1 from banking.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they're still unless to like if you have them all, a collector might pay a little extra.
I also have like 100 $2 bills. And those are so cool.
I have
Because you
a
look at the
couple.
back side of them, and they have like the write-up of
Yep.
the Constitution or the Declaration.
What does it say?
of Writing.
Or do you just not
I'm
remember?
not sure.
Oh.
It's just like a famous photo, and it's the whole room that was up in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a cool picture, like compared to other
That's
backs
true.
of bills.
Yeah, I have a little safe that I keep all this in my room, and like I remember
Good to know. Good to know.
there's
I had mine behind a book in my shelf. Like, I just angle a book of World War II, like as a huge, thick one.
Mhm.
It's really tall, so I just prop it up, but at an angle, so there's a
Yeah.
little cavity in the back. I threw all that stuff back
yeah,
there.
but I will
Write that
say
down,
this-
write that
Yeah,
down.
write that down.
where I keep everything that I don't want to spend, because if it's in my wallet, I might be tempted to go.
Oh,
and
yeah.
spend. So I literally just all my gold coins thrown in there, and I remember I went to the bank one day, got a few $2 bills, threw them in there, that $10 bill and that Jamaican money or whatever.
Yeah.
Threw it in there, locked it away, and
I
then
mean,
I
you
don't
might have a
use
hard
it.
time spending the Jamaican money.
Yeah, that's true. But like, so I don't lose it, because if I carry it around in my wallet, it could
Yeah.
easily like slip out, or
Obviously.
someone could take it. So I keep it in there.
I guess I'm just looking at it different because like I collect the coins, so it's like, well, duh, I would definitely do that. Like,
Oh, right.
why would I not? But yeah, makes sense.
I need to buy an actual safe one day.
Like
just like a good,
full
like-
size, or like a,
Like 1 cubic foot.
that's what
yeah,
mine
nice
is.
little
That's what
safe.
mine is.
I
We
feel like
had
those would be
I
so
remember
nice
when we
to
went
have.
down to Disney, we had one of those in our hotels. I dig that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
every hotel
That's
is
like
like
standard
required to
almost.
have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have a little
That'd
safe that
definitely
if
be
you
a good
want
investment.
to. But I guess
Yeah.
that wraps up this episode. Unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about, but that's about all the time we have.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't have really any much else
I
to
still
say.
got stuff to do today. But thank you guys for listening. Check out our Instagram. Should be linked.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see you guys
Yeah,
next
I hope you
week.
enjoyed it.
We'll update the left side of our bracket.
Hopefully we won't cry this time.
Yeah, it better get better, or I may just burn my bracket, and we'll
discontinue
delete
the-
these segments.
If you burn your
Yeah.
bracket, you're not dropping out of the bet. I can tell you that for a
Oh,
fact.
yeah.
We'll see about that. It's either I drop out of the bed or you drop out of this podcast.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Good luck without
All
me,
right,
Devin.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Speaking Sporadically out.